What's up, Hydra fam? So some of you may be owners of an elliptical or recumbent bike that has one of these batteries in it, and some of you guys may have encountered issues with your machine functioning properly due to a dead battery or a battery that's just very low in voltage. And the first thought that may come through your mind is, I'm gonna have to replace my battery in my machine, invest in a new battery to get it up and running again. And that is something you can do, but we want to put this video out there to show you guys that there is a way more inexpensive route you can take to get your machine up and running again. So instead of buying a whole new battery, if you make a tiny investment in a device called the Noco Genius One battery charger, it'll save you a lot of money. So rather than spending $50 to $100 or hundreds of dollars on a brand new battery, you can buy one of these for around 30 bucks on Amazon. These devices can charge 12-volt batteries, 12-volt AGM batteries, 12-volt lithium, and even 6-volt batteries. And these are the different modes that you would click to for the specific battery you're about to charge or try to charge. One awesome thing that this device can do is try to revive a battery that's as low as 1 volt. So it has a force charge feature. If you hold this button for 7 seconds, it'll activate the force charge feature, and then it'll try to revive that battery for 5 minutes. It'll be in that mode for 5 minutes. So that's really awesome. And not only that, it can also detect if that battery is bad. It has an indicator light right here on the right side. It's a battery with an X on it. That detects if that battery has a short or just a bad battery in general. So that's really cool. Another thing this device can do, which is very, very useful, is if you leave it plugged in and let's say you manage to fully charge that battery. If you leave it plugged in and clamp to your battery, it'll maintain it as a trickle charge feature. So it can detect whether or not that battery is starting to drain a little bit, and it'll just keep it fully charged, keep it at a 100%. So, and you can leave these plugged in for months and it'll be fine. You can leave these just in there attached to the battery and everything will be all good. Another thing that this can do, which is also awesome, is as a little indicator light bottom right side right here, an arrow with a plus sign in the middle. That'll tell you if you have these on backwards. So if you put it on your battery backwards, you just need to reverse it, and it's completely safe. It's a nice safety feature. It won't spark on you. So has preventative features as well. Now, let me show you guys how to use this on those batteries, and I'll talk to you more about what this light indicates when it's actually starting to charge your battery. Alright, before we begin using the Noco device to charge any of these batteries, we first want to measure the voltage on each and every one of them. So I have a multimeter here, going to switch this to DC volts. Got my leads, and let's see how much voltage is in each one of these. So this is roughly like 2 volts. I got a 6-volt battery here. This is 0.87 volts, so that's really dead. And then we got 2 batteries here in a series, and you'll usually find these batteries in like Octane ellipticals. So I want to disconnect these wires, and we're going to measure each one. Let's see how much they are. This is roughly 11 volts. This one over here, about 4 volts. So yeah, all of these batteries are pretty much dead. Now, something important to keep in mind before we begin charging these batteries with the Noco device, I want to mention that if you're going to replace the battery and you decide not to charge it, when you buy the new battery, test it on your multimeter and see the voltage it has. You want to make sure that if you get a 12-volt battery, that the minimum voltage you see is 12 volts, and for optimal usage, you would want to see like 12.5, 12.6 volts. And for the 6-volt batteries, you want to see a minimum of 6 volts, but optimal usage is 6.3 volts. And then these are 2 batteries, like I said, in a series. So together they equal 24 volts. So minimum you want to see is 24 volts, but a really good reading for optimal usage is 25.5 voltage. So if you get a reading of a little higher than 6 volts, a little higher than 12 volts, and a little higher than 24 volts, you're good to go with that brand new battery being installed in your machine. You have nothing to worry about your machine functioning properly. So something very important to keep in mind when going out to buy a replacement battery. And now let's go to using that Noco device. So I got my extension cord right here, got the Noco device, and you'll notice when you plug it in, the first thing you're going to see are all the lights flash, indicating that it's practically coming on or booting up. Then you're going to see this indicator light right here. This is just signifying that it's in standby mode, and so it's ready to use. So now we want to take our clamps, plug it into the battery that we wish to charge. Positive to positive first, negative to negative. Then you'll notice on the Noco device, it'll start showing for that particular battery a slow red flashing light, or it may just stay on standby mode. If it stays on standby mode, right now it's like flickering between both of them. If it stays on standby mode, that just means that the voltage or the charge on that battery is too low for this device to detect. So, but if it stays on that slow red flashing light, that indicates that the battery is less than 75% charged and it's slowly charging it. And you're going to want to select the modes. As I mentioned before, you have these modes. Make sure you have it on the right mode of the battery. Right now, the charge on that is too low for this to detect. So now we have to enter into force charge mode. So in order to activate force charge mode, we want to hold this button down for 7 seconds. Then you're going to see all the flashing lights, or these lights flicker. That just means the mode is activated, and we want to pick the specific mode we want for that particular battery. So this is a 12-volt lead acid battery, so all we need is this mode right here, the first one. You're going to see that turn on, and then this light is going to flicker red and green. When it flickers red and green like that, that means it has started force charge on that battery, and it's going to do that for at least 5 minutes. So it's going to force charge it, get it up to a voltage where it can now then try to fully charge it, and after 5 minutes it's going to switch from flashing green and red to a slow flickering red light. So we'll wait 5 minutes and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done force charging. Alright, so as we can see, the device is now flashing a red light, and that just means, as I said before, that the battery is less than 75% charged and the device is currently charging it. So after a while, the battery will get to above 75% charge, and at that point, this red flashing light is going to turn to a green flashing light. So the green flashing light indicates that the battery is more than 75% charged, and then when the battery is 100% charged, the light will then switch to a solid green light. And if you leave the Noco device plugged in, the clamps on the battery, you may see a slow flashing green light, which indicates that it's just trickle charging the battery. So it's maintaining it, keeping it fully charged as you leave this plugged in. So really cool device, definitely worth the purchase. It can charge multiple different types of batteries. And that's pretty much it with using this. I'm going to show you guys when it turns green. Hopefully it turns green. And if you found value in this video, please leave us a like. And if you have any questions, leave us a comment down below. Alright, so something interesting happened with that particular battery. I think the battery is actually not a good battery. The red flashing light was flickering, and then it would switch between that and the standby light, where the red light would turn off. You see how it's off right now? And then it would switch to the standby light, and then it would switch back to the red flashing light. So I'm guessing something is actually wrong with that battery and the device is not able to fully charge it, because you'll get a steady red flashing light. You won't see the standby light at all if the battery is in fact being charged. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna hook up the clamps to one of these batteries and see if we can get a full charge on them. So let me hook up the clamps, and you should see on this particular battery right here, the Noco device goes straight to a steady red flashing light, as you can see right now. So it's detecting that battery, its voltage. I think that battery, when we measured it, it was around 11 volts. So this device is actually able to detect it. It's not on standby. We're on the correct mode, so you want to make sure you're on the correct mode. And now it's charging. So let's see if we can get that battery fully charged and get a green light. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got a solid green light indicating that that battery is fully charged. Now, just to show you guys as extra proof, I'm going to disconnect the clamps, turn on the multimeter to DC volts, and we're going to measure the voltage. And we see here it is 13 volts. Wow, that's incredible. So this is a 12-volt battery, and we just measured out 13 solid volts. That is great. So there you have it. If you guys want to purchase this, you can get it on Amazon. I'm sure they might have their own website, but really cheap. And yeah, definitely recommend the Noco Genius one. If you found this video helpful, please leave us a like and comment down below any questions. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more helpful videos like this in the future. Thank you guys for watching.